Just explain what happened with Draymond. That just looked pretty. I don't know the word to use. Reckless, maybe. Just maybe to speak to what happened.
I don't know, man. I was behind the play. I don't think what's going on with him. I don't know. Personally, I feel like that brother needed help. I'm glad he not try to choke me, but at the same time, and nothing to do with basketball, man. Like I'm just out there trying to play basketball, they're swinging. I think we saw that often, but hope he, whatever he got in his life, get better. So.
Devin, you've known Draymond for a long time. Were you surprised that he went that route with Nurkic?
Yeah. I mean, he wears his emotions, as every top competitor does, and it got out of hand.
It's just you guys want to finish games better, like you're not trying to have it in like ever. Coach, but put it bluntly, is that we got to stop that shit. That literally works. Maybe just speak to you both to address that. Have another game come down. A game that didn't have to come down to that.
Yeah, I mean, it's frustrating. We seem to put emphasis on, not being a team that only learns through losses. I think the good teams in this league, win or lose, you still try to find ways to get better and stress the importance of little things like that. That's just, it's just urgency, attention, like things that we can all control. And, we have too many talented guys in this room to be, doing that for the third or fourth time. Yeah, it's frustrating.
Same thing.
I agree with Book. I feel like we've let in the debt, but also it's normal to have up and downs when you always change your lineups and when, have people in and out, and it's normal to make mistakes. But we are a basketball player. We should know better than that, especially on, frequencies, how many games happen.
You're no stranger to the physicality of the game, but after that kind of situation, how do you stay solid mentally after something like that?
Happened before, so I don't, I learned this league when you respond to some shit like that, you're getting fined, so you're getting the penalties, so which is not fair. But at the same time, I'm too valuable for this team to, get in foul trouble or getting text or getting kicked out. So I gotta stay, mentally, okay, because it's better for the team to stay on the floor.
Look at a similar light. There was Chris's ejection 3 weeks ago, and then this one. How you liked seeing the team say mentally composed when things got off the rails for a second?
Yeah, I don't think we got off the rail at all in both situations. So, we have a pretty mentally strong team, and like Nurk said, any retaliation is always the worst thing in that scenario. Missing games for your team, and it's a big fine too. So, no punch or retaliation is worth those.
Your first game to play next to Brad, how do you like having him as a guy that can move off the ball and get to his spots like that?
Yeah, I mean, obviously takes the attention off for the short stints that we were out there. I know when two of the three of us play, we stagger the minutes. So, he's seen a lot of jump coverages when he was out there, and I did too. But the times that we're out there together, I think it, is tougher on teams. To, junk up the game in the ways that they do. He's still getting his legs and his wind back, which, I just went through the same thing. It's frustrating. The minute restriction, by the time you get your rhythm, you turn around and you're subbed out. So, I just told him, stay level-headed, but it's good to have you back out there.
What's it like to have Chris cover you there in these situations?
I mean, I know, he knows my game pretty well, and I know his too. And, when you're playing at the highest level of basketball, you try to take away, what somebody's doing every night. So, I was trying to pressure him, pick him up. And in transition, he's always good at, reading what I do because we've been alongside each other for a long time. And he's a brilliant mind for the game. But, he's the highest level of competitor that there is. And, it's all love between us. So, obviously I love playing with him, but I love competing against him too.
So what was it like being on the side of
Man, I've seen it before. We weren't teammates forever.
So many new teammates this year, some new rotations. As the primary ball handler, the point guard, how long does it take to get a feel for where guys like the ball? Or is it just kind of basketball read and react?
It's just read and react. I think, more than where they like the ball, like it's, you have to be in the open spot too, so finding the spacing for these junk defenses because you don't typically see, double teams before half court and box and one defenses. So even at the end of the game, like when teams full court press, like it's not a typical NBA defense. So just still trying to learn ways to figure it out. Obviously, if we are all healthy, that teams will have a harder time of, throwing those defense at us.
At that point, there are some of those possessions on the defense where you're one guy out to the half court line. There aren't a lot of guys who would do that, just take themselves out of the play to help their teammates. What's your mindset with doing that and opening things up?
Yeah, when you string out the double team, it gives, the 4-on-3 spacing on the backside a lot more. So, teams that trap and hold the trap until I get rid of the ball, I try to take them farthest away from the play as possible. We went 3-4 straight possessions where they did it and hit 3 straight threes to get us back into the game. So, I'm gonna keep making the right play. I trust all these guys in here, and we've scripted all this before, so now it's just executing it.
How do you characterize defensive effort on Steph? He was 8 for 24 for 24 points.
Yeah, it's a tough task. We were talking about it after the game. Like, it takes a collective group. It's not just his primary defender. Everybody has to be locked in and ready to go. How many screens he comes off and how he just never stops moving. So, even when he's 8 for 24, like I'm sure he's sitting over there like, I just missed a lot of good looks. So, that's how great of a player he is. But, you just have to make it as hard as possible on him.
How many times in the cover are you practice with often?
Yeah, we got some good bump in, so I'm ready for it. Oh. So, exactly.